Hey guys, I'm Brooke. This is my exclusive interview with The Set List, presented by the419grind.com. What led me to starting The Set List is I wanted a space to get to know artists behind their music, get to know how their brains tick, why they do what they do, how they started, pretty much the background to what got them to where they are, and to find out where their goals are and where they're leading. Yeah, so I do concert photography. I primarily started that as a hobby back in March of 2025. I reached out to a couple bands. I just wanted to get a little bit of experience and build a portfolio up. It was more of, I wanted to do it as a hobby. And I remember being like 15 or 16, I went to a concert and I seen the concert photographers there, and I just thought it would be so cool to do that one day, with no idea how to do it. So come this year, and I was like, I wanted to get into it more as a hobby, get into some shows for free, you know, expand my photography experience, and it kind of just blew up to being a full-time thing. So that led me to where I'm going now. Doing concert photography, I've gotten to know the bands differently. Like, I talk with them a lot prior to the show, kind of get a feel for their personality, interact with them. So, you know, I show up to the show, we already know each other. And talking with them and figuring out, you know, how long they've been doing it, or where certain things in their band stem from, like their names and stuff like that, I find it very intriguing. And I know a lot of other people do as well. So my goal is to bring that to a show aspect and really just have the opportunity to sit down with them in a less crazy environment to get to know them. Well, just like anything in life, people want to get to know, like, and trust you. And if you can't present your personality and the authenticity behind your craft or your art, you're not going to reach as many people. You're not going to connect with as many people. And I believe that doing that on a platform like this will help people get to know their favorite artists, their favorite local and growing artists, and, you know, built up artists. It'll help them all get to know them a little bit better, not just the music. When artists sit down with me, I hope they feel normal. One of my biggest pet peeves, like when people meet famous musicians or artists, is they treat them like they're not normal people. And I get it. I get the fangirling. I get the, you know, excited to meet somebody that you look up to, but ultimately, like, these are real people with normal lives just like us, and I want to get to know them on that level. I don't want them to feel like they're on a stage or have to be something that they're not. I just want them to show up as they are, talk about their passion, and be treated normally. I photograph a lot of metal bands, rock bands, hardcore bands, but essentially, like, I want to interview everyone. Like, I am a huge fan of country music, so, like, I would love to interview some country artists as well, because I feel like collectively, all together, everyone's part of the music community. So it doesn't matter the genre that you're in, you're gonna know somebody that might like another artist. So I want to go into it with the mindset of, like, interviewing any up-and-coming artists. And by up-and-coming, I mean, like, you're putting in the work to get your music out there and are trying to, like, play in places outside of your hometown. So essentially, there are a lot of bands in our area in Toledo that I would like to interview, and they're traveling to have shows outside of Toledo. But then there are also some bands that may be living outside of our area that come here to do shows that I would like to interview. Dream guests on the podcast, as far as let's do the rock metal genre era, I would love to interview Ronnie Radke. He's an asshole, but I love his music, and I love that he's an asshole and doesn't care what other people think. That's like gold to me. And then outside of that genre, I would love to interview Pink. Pink is like my all-time favorite artist, probably one of the only artists that I follow continuously throughout the years, and I just think that she'd be pretty incredible to interview.